Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over the basic interface or GUI for ATAK. So if we open up ATAK here, this is the default splash screen. It says it's version 4.10 in the bottom left corner. And once it starts, you should see something like this. You should see a globe. Maybe the map's a little bit different, but it's going to look fairly similar. And one thing to note is that if you're using, this is ATAK-Civ. If you're running ATAK-Mil or if you're running WinTAK, everything is going to look pretty much the same. WinTAK specifically, the placement for a lot of these icons is going to be a little bit different, but all the icons should look the same and effectively do the same thing. We'll start in the top left and work our way down. In the top left, we have the north seeking arrow. Currently it's locked, so that I'm trying to turn the globe right now with my fingers. I can't. Just north is always up on my phone. If I click this button here, now it is actually unlocked. So the map is going to be oriented with my phone compass. So right now I'm turning my phone on my table and the map is rotating itself as well. I usually leave that locked, but it has its uses. Under that, we have the lock icon. Currently it's unselected, so I can scroll anywhere in the world and the map's just going to stay there. If I click this button here, now the map is locked on me, so I will always be at the center of the map. So if I drag over here and I let go, it's going to pull back to where I am. This is pretty useful if you are in a vehicle or moving fairly quickly, just so the map is constantly changing and showing you what's around you. I'm going to currently leave it off. Under that, we have the magnification buttons. I can zoom in, zoom out, or I can just pinch with my fingers and get the same effect. In the bottom left corner, we have a scale here, and it's just showing how big the map is from there to there. In the settings, you can change what the units are. Currently, it's set to kilometers. In the bottom right corner, we have information on your position. So this blue arrow is my position, or at least where I told my phone I am. I actually disabled the GPS on this phone. Currently, my call sign is Wiz. So if anybody is on my ATAK network and I show up as a blue dot, it's going to say Wiz next to my dot. This is the 10-digit MGRS grid for my current location, or at least where I told it I am. You can also change what the units of this are, if it's MGRS, or if it's degrees decimal, or degrees, minutes, seconds, etc. That can all be changed in the settings. Under this, this would tell you what your current altitude is. I currently don't have a reading because I disabled my GPS. This here is the internal compass of my phone. So if I turn my phone, that number will change. Right here is my current speed. Because I have no GPS lock, I have no value, but usually it would just read 0 or however fast you're moving. And then down in the bottom right corner is the accuracy of your current GPS read. Mine doesn't have a value because my GPS is off. Cool. As I stated before, this blue arrow is your position. If you click on it, or really if you click on any object in ATAK, you're going to get what I call the whiz wheel. And the whiz wheel are a bunch of tools that you can immediately use to edit or action this object. If you click on different objects, say if it's a friendly position or an enemy position or something else, the tools that show up in your whiz wheel might be a little bit different. But generally, no matter what you press on, you're always going to get this little icon here, and I call this the detail pane. If you click on that, it'll open up further information on this object you just clicked on. But I'll cover that a little bit more in the future in a different video. In the top right here, we have these little white icons. I call these tools. Like this is the contact tool, and this is the layers tool, and that's the map tool. And these 6 that are here are currently on what I call the tool shelf. So they're just quick access tools placed here by the default program. If I click in this top right corner here on the hamburger icon, I call this the toolbox. And these are all the other tools. There's something like, I don't know how many tools, there's a bunch of them. If I click here on this pencil, I can actually change what tools are on my tool shelf, and I can change what tools are in my toolbox. This is the default setup. It just puts these 6 up here, and otherwise it puts all the other tools in alphabetical order in your toolbox. But feel free to reorganize this into whatever fashion you see fit. I'm just going to stick with the default. Cool. That's the basic user interface video. In the next few videos, I'm going to go over specifics of how to actually use ATAK and the various tools within it.